So, friends, through our journey in life, there are always a lot of things happening, right? And through the hustle and struggle and quest for improvement, it is really important that we learn how to reset ourselves, learn how to unlearn and relearn, how to adjust to any sort of inevitable obstacles that come up, moments and situations that come your way and possibly knock you off course. All of us have been going through this, it seems like all of 2020 so far. So I will tell you, really learning and knowing how to reset your life, no matter what the situation or phase you find yourself in, will really help you to create new ways for you to grow. It will also enable you to have a clearer insight about life and enable you to see newer aspects of yourself and bring about massive self growth and development, which I know that we are all so much about. So, today, here with Mondays with Meg, I'm going to share with you some of my top tips, steps, and tools and guides and activities to that you can indulge in if you want to know how to reset yourself no matter how off track you are. So please absolutely grab your favorite cup of coffee and let's get to it. Okay, at any point through this conversation, if you have comments and you're on with us live, please drop those into the chat. I can absolutely see them and I'm here to help you any way that I can during this time. So, the first thing that we're going to talk about is accepting your past. Okay, it's not fun, I know, but it is necessary. Okay, so hitting the reset button is not like a computer where you can just click that backspace button and every memory is wiped out. You need to be willing to accept your past mistakes and all and move on. If you keep thinking of the mistakes you've made, anxiety absolutely can overwhelm you and stop you from being able to make better decisions to avoid making mistakes in your present or your future. Okay? So instead, what I'd like us to do is really accept our past mistakes and focus on the present and then towards the future. So some things would never change because they've already happened. And the faster that you accept your reality, whatever that is, and stop fantasizing about how you wish things could have happened or that would have been better for you or whatever, I'm here to tell you it is not helpful. And if you even need to say that to yourself when these thoughts start spiraling in, it's not helpful, please do, because that might just be enough of a reset of all you need to go ahead and go in a different direction towards where you're headed, towards your goals. So, we need, no matter how unpleasant your mistakes, your past, or your reason for choosing to reset your life is, you must first accept that your experiences and challenges and exposure in life all have a part to play in you getting to be at the successful place in your life where you want to be. Okay. As a matter of fact, all these things are actually a symbol of strength for you. They're a sign that despite whatever scars have been imprinted on your life by mistakes or challenges or obstacles, you can still choose to have the courage to face life boldly and massive, productive, positive changes. Okay. That is a choice that you can make every single day. Beautiful. So the next thing we're going to talk about are developing new habits. Okay. So to reset your life, to do that big reset button, you have to drop the habits that are toxic or unhealthy for you and would not lead you to accomplishing your goals. Okay. So, to change these habits, you need to really get rid of any sort of guilt or regret that you might have and embrace a positive attitude and way of thinking about these things. So, start becoming aware of what these habits are and take some conscious steps towards changing them. The easiest way to change a habit is to replace it with a new, more positive, healthier one. Now, I do think it's also important to note that bad habits are actually really hard to break, which I know you know. We're all human, right? It took quite a while for you to build up these not so healthy habits. So, yes, it is going to take a hot minute for you to unravel and change them too. However, with consistency, you can stop a toxic habit completely. It's all about being intentional to stop once you start going down that spiral and choose to head in a direction that's going to take you actually toward your goals, not keep you stuck or get you away from them. Okay. So, take a little scan of your life. Do you have any toxic habits? If so, what can you do today instead to feel good about the direction that you're headed in? What are you going to do to change it? Answering those questions will give you a great idea of how to best approach developing a new habit and really getting rid of any old toxic ones. Okay? So, number 3, we are going to define new goals and purposes. And if you were a part of my workshop last week, you already got this. You're fine. But if not, I'm here to tell you that setting a goal is just as powerful as the actual goal itself. Even just thinking of your future alone might not get you to the desired place, but developing the art of decision making, determining to achieve your set desired goals, and disciplining yourself to achieving those goals are really what we're looking at here. First, you have to visualize yourself as you want to be, because clarity is honestly the most important factor in really self discovery and self productivity. So, merely thinking of your future and what you want to achieve isn't as effective as actually then taking that vision, writing it down, okay? Because unwritten goals really will make it so you're much more vague in what you're doing and less likely that you're going to actually achieve the goals. But actually articulating that vision and writing them down literally can be the difference maker right there. So, clearly written goals really push your brain into action. And if you want a more effective result, also create some deadlines along with those goals that will really help you create a sense of urgency and give you some benchmarks to be working towards along the process. So, setting realistic but challenging, specific, and relevant goals will also increase your productivity, especially if you break them down into these mini goals with some deadlines or milestones. So, really picking something small to do every single day that's going to propel you forward towards this reset and start walking out some new behaviors. Okay, hope you guys are still with me and enjoying this list so far. We're on to number 4, okay? We are going to ditch the distractions, and guess what? I have a workshop all about this coming up October 8th. You can go ahead and go to yourcoachmeg.com, go to the events page, and you can get your ticket right then and there. But I'm here to tell you that time really is an essential aspect of our lives. And many of us wish that a day could last way longer than 24 hours. But really, do we? But sadly, we can't have more. And so honestly, we really need to make do with the time that we have. So if you're considering resetting any areas of your life, you really need to take a look at what takes your time and what takes most of it. And what is the role that that plays in helping you achieve your long-term goals, okay? So it is imperative that you start hacking away at any of the unessential things that take your time and don't actually advance you in your long-term goals. I want you to consider this kind of like decluttering yourself of the things that take up most of your time and energy, but really are not improving you significantly, especially in the direction that you want to be headed in. What you do with your time reveals a whole lot about how your life is going to turn out to be, right? Whatever we spend our resources, our time, our money, our energy, and our talent on really has a lot to do with how we're showing up. So we need to be very careful about how we're spending those resources. And a great way to do that is to really consider managing your time effectively to meet the actionable goals that you have set. All right. Number 5, keeping your motivations in check, friends. Unhealthy motivations absolutely can begin to emerge and really affect the results that we want to be getting in resetting our lives. So really keeping your motivations in check can make a huge difference in getting to where you want to be. Okay. It really takes doing some major introspection and examining why exactly you're making the decision to want to do a reset. If you are making this decision, it's typically because you feel a lot of times it can feel like maybe you're not showing up how your friends are showing up or whatever. And I'm here to tell you that possibly is not a great decision to do this. We want really your motivations to have to do with you, not what other people are doing. We do not need that comparison game showing up here at all. Remember, your time is limited. So please don't waste it living someone else's life, okay? When things that are moving, that are going well for you, that's typically when we don't think about resetting, right? Typically things are going great and we aren't thinking of doing that. But I'm here to tell you things are probably not going that great right now if you're even like considering possibly doing a reset. So whatever it is that you decide, what areas that you decide you need a reset in, I really want to encourage you to think, what's motivating me in these areas to be doing something different? What's your why behind that? Because not only is that going to keep you moving forward, but it's also going to be very telling to whether this is your thing you should be doing or really not. What is your motivation? Okay, great. Number 6, revisiting your priorities, your values, and your standards. Now, I'll tell you, it can be hard to do that. It can be hard because you have to be really honest with yourself and have some discipline and thoroughness. However, I will tell you, it is worth making sure that your foundation, your priorities, your values, and your standards is solid, and that your ideas that you have for your life or what you want to walk out with your life really align with your values, your priorities, and your standards. Okay. So to set new priorities, you need to give yourself something you can pursue, something you truly believe in and excites you to achieve. What you hope to achieve should be something that really brings out the best in you and gives you more of an optimistic approach to life as you're considering the reset. Okay, so while you're doing a reset on your life, you should take another look at your core values. If you've never done that, I have a great guide on my website. But you definitely want to take a look at them. Make sure you articulate and write them down for clarity. And every time you want to make a new decision, check and make sure that what you want to do is aligning with your core values. Okay. So if you've identified your core values, and setting standards and boundaries for yourself will become so much easier, and your yeses are going to start feeling amazing because they are absolutely going to be lighting you up. Number 7, and this is a really big one, guys, is reevaluating your people. Hear me. You will evolve past certain people in your life. And please, friend, let yourself, okay? Most of the times we are ready to make, a life-changing decision, but sometimes the people that we're associating with don't make it easy for that to happen. So if you feel that you can't talk to your closest friends about big decisions that you're planning on taking without feeling icky or too smart for them or less than or any of these things, then really you need to change your associations, okay? They play a major role in your decision making and decision implementation. So it's super important that they match up, okay? So if you want to make a decision about your life, if you're considering doing a reset, which might take you in a completely different direction, and there are certain people who constantly make you feel guilty or less than or uncomfortable about decisions that you're making, then please consider changing the people that you are surrounding yourself with. Okay? It can make all the difference. And we're all here to support you here in Confetti Club for sure. Okay, next, number 8, I need you to get used to things getting in your way. Get used to obstacles, okay? Life is not a bed of roses. It never has been, it never will be. Making the decision to hit a reset in an aspect of your life or more is one of the strongest decisions really you can make. But you should know that there are times when your decisions might not work out the way that you have planned. Okay. Like if it's a health routine that you're trying to start, your body will definitely take some time to adapt to the new routine. Things don't just always happen like that and go great. Sometimes you're going to hit a brick wall and feel stuck. But I'm here to tell you, please don't stay stuck. Getting stuck is not the problem, but staying stuck absolutely is. Okay. So, when you're about to start all over, you must understand that it will not always be easy. And if you have set your mind to understand and accept that obstacles that might happen even before they might come, you're not going to feel as overwhelmed or confused or paralyzed when you actually face them. Just know they're going to happen. But also, even like anticipate what some possible things that you could do if some obstacles might come your way, and have alternate plans of action in place so that it's going to be much easier to even take that first step and then maneuver around whatever obstacle happens to still stay the course and get to where you want to be. Okay, that is huge in doing a great reset. Number 9, please, friend, embrace your imperfections. Embrace the things about you that even drive you crazy about yourself, because there is a reason why you're those ways, and we need you to be confident and comfortable exactly how you are. Okay, no one is perfect, and your imperfections are actually what give you and your personality a difference. So, we live in this world where everyone is living a life of comparison, and most people are really just being like a shadow of someone else. And please don't be that person. Everyone is a star, and the best thing is to just know where you radiate the most and then shine hard right there as much as you can. It is so important as you reset to adopt a healthier mindset about your life and embrace your imperfections, mistakes, your quirks of your personality. You have to realize that you are not perfect and things will not always be rosy. You have to let yourself be open to embracing your imperfections and learn to live with them. The earlier you do this, the better off you and everyone around you is going to be. And the more you're going to find your people that really accept you and love you exactly how you are. All right, last one, guys. And I will argue this is the most important. Unplug. Okay, one of my favorite quotes is from Anne Lamott, who said, almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. Okay, when to reset your life, one of the best things that you should do is unplug from some people, social media if need be, and any noise that is keeping you stuck. When you unplug, you let go and you are able to create space for something better. You need to thoroughly detox so that you are approaching resetting this aspect of your life with a much clearer, more balanced and objective mind. Okay, so hitting that reset button is a decision that only you can make. Unplug from social media if that's something you feel you're semi addicted to or are struggling with it, struggling with how you feel about it. Give yourself some space to think things through. Unplug from any sort of topic relationships that are going to hold you back. Calm down and make this decision from a space where you are feeling totally grounded and in a great state of mind. Really, the more that you can stop everything and patiently think things through, then you can push that reset button and move forward in a way that feels amazing. Okay, so there you have it. 10 amazing things on what to do to reset yourself. Your mind is seriously the most powerful tool you have in creating the life that you want. So please do not let negative thoughts of fear creep in. It is time. We all need you to move on, get unstuck, and start that new chapter and believe in new possibilities, no matter what life might throw your way. Okay? By the way, Cindy, I love that you just made that comment. And today is the 5-year anniversary of us going to a Cardinals game together. I just needed to make sure that you know that. I'm glad I saw that you were on here. Today is so funny. Happy 5-year Cardinal game anniversary. All right. So remember, friends, it is absolutely 1000% your responsibility to fix things up when you notice that your life is not in order. Okay, again, it is very okay and even normal to get stuck in life. There is nothing wrong with you. We are all human and we've all been given transition after transition this year. It makes sense if you feel like, whoa, how did I get here? And now how do I get this unraveled? So sometimes things are just not going as expected, and that's fine. But at that moment, I really want you to sit back and reflect on how you can progress and when to do it so that you can start to take some steps on resetting that area specifically of your life or your whole life in general if that's needed. So, friends, next week I have a super fun treat for you for Mondays with Meg, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait for our time together. So be sure to be on the lookout this week for that event to pop up in your feed and in Confetti Club. Remember to invite your favorite friends to join you here in Confetti Club, this absolutely free Facebook group, to be in community here with you. And I cannot wait to meet them so we can all grow together.